Welcome to Fairy Falls. This is the first video of spring in 2025. It's been an adventure, to put it mildly, since the last time we posted a significant video. As you know, this area experienced an incredible amount of damage from Helene, and since then we've had an opportunity to clean up a significant part of that damage. So what I'll be sharing with you today is a view of the new path that we built, because a lot of the old pathway got quite literally washed away. The huge chunks of the forest got washed away, and we had to clear up all of the damage that went along with that. But besides some of the cleanup work, the reality is it's spring, it's beautiful, flowers, plants, trees, bushes, all starting to emerge, whether it's fully leafed out or just the beginning of some buds. Any way you look at it, it's just beautiful, and I wanted to share that with you today. So today we're actually going to start at the lower part of the property, because it's where most of the new work is. We're at the lowest bench at the lowest part of the property, and this waterfall looks very, very, very different from how it used to look. I used to want to call this one the Twins, which I was going to name after another dear family to us, because there used to be a dam right there, and that dam used to have water that went on one side and water that went on the other side, and that's why I thought the Twins would be a great name. The reality is that is completely gone, and it's not only is it gone, but I would say it's approximately 10 feet, probably more, deeper than it used to be. You can see where the mountain came down there, and you can see where the mountain came down there, and it did just come down. I mean, it came down and it got washed away. That area right there next to that tree, that was basically flat across, so it gives you a sense of just how much was just washed away. That being said, it's beautiful. The waterfalls now probably one of the more dramatic ones on the property, and it's a lot more interesting looking now than it used to be. So as we start to head up the property here, you can start to see lots of little things I put in prior years, just starting to emerge, say, come back to life. The old there, beautiful leaf patterns. It's looking a little worse for wear, but we'll trim up this cast iron plant this year. And so this is part of the new trail. So this was where you walked the trail originally, but we've added a lot more stones, trying to make it a lot easier to get up. But the reality is, you used to walk up through there. If I take a little peek up here, you'll see that the trail that used to run along this side here, it's gone. It's a third of the width it used to be. It's been washed away. But again, look how much more dramatic the waterfall is now than it used to be. That's Cave Falls. It's a totally different waterfall than it once was, and far more dramatic. So I think dramatic might be end up being the word of the day. So now we've built this new system, all from rocks that were uncovered by the storm. And you can cut up through here, and if you start to look up on the right, you can see the damage from the mudslide. I'm going to explain that in more detail. You can see the debris field down on the bottom down here, which we're hoping to hide with some evergreens, because the reality is it'll probably be 10-15 years till all that breaks down naturally, and there's really no place for us to take it, or is it not really possible for us to get wood chipper machines down here. So again, you've got these nice rock steps. On some levels, again, much easier to go up than they used to be. So as a reminder, it was right about here you would turn down, and the path would go that way and down that edge. So now again, the path is here and heads up this way. So now we're back kind of on where parts of the original trail were. And this really gives you a really sense of how bad the damage was. If you look at the very top up there, that's where the mudslide started. Came down, took a tree out. You can see where that tree's been cut. That actually came all the way almost down to here. We've cut it and put the debris down. There's still piles of debris that need to be cleared up. But I now see what was once a deep forest is maybe a little bit more of a meadow. I mean, there's tons of rhododendrons and mountain laurels and other things that came through here. I think we're going to try and bring some soil down and put some nice new things, because even the soil was eroded away and it's just kind of piles of rocks. So this is the next big project we'll be doing, and I'll be updating you on those as we work on them more. The trail again used to kind of cut through here, and to give you a sense of how crazy this is, the trail came from there, and there was land here, and you walked across it, and you came down through here. That all got washed out. Though this is Cherokee Run. The fall's totally different now. So now we've got this falls. This path. So this is completely new. We just added this in, and I think it's safe and nice and easy to walk on. I always think to myself, can my mom or my wife, or a stepmom, or my mother-in-law, all the moms, if the moms can do it, I'm happy. And that's kind of the big test for me. So again, the trail can go down this way, or used to go down this way. Now that's totally unsafe, and so now we've turned the path, and you go up this way. Starting to see the various ferns and ground covers starting to emerge. It's a Pachysandra, nice native here in western North Carolina. Again, you're starting to see all the plants are starting to come to life. My dream is that one day this whole area is just dense with Pachysandra and other interesting native plants. All starting to come to life. You see, unfortunately, some places we've had to cut, and this is from basically where the storm came in and just basically snapped a bunch of branches in half. So it's a shame. It is what it is. And we're just doing our best to clean up and preserve the forest as much as we can. So that's the new trail. That's the area I like to call the Lower Falls. I'm really pleased with it. I think it's going to be amazing as it continues to grow in. I think the other thing that's so interesting since the storm is how much this area has changed. So you can see the bridge is there, the big falls is right above it, and I guess you could argue that the bridge is now the center of the big falls, because this is a hugely dramatic waterfall, and it's just below the bridge, and maybe it's easily as big as the quote-unquote big falls above it. So is this all part of the section that we call Rainieri Falls? I think that is a good debate. I think it is probably one falls at this point. These azaleas are going to pop off soon. I can't wait. Got some of my favorite rhododendrons. Hydrangeas. Here, put those in a couple of years ago. And all the other little plants. These are like these Japanese mountain grasses, which don't look like much now, but will be gorgeous soon. I think one of the biggest things that's changed up here, this is almost like a pond-like structure up above the falls, and this is more like drainage now. You can see the water flowing through it. That flows back into the big waterfall. This big smoky quartz crystal emerging from the ground here. The same falls we were at before. We can take a seat together and enjoy the big falls. You know, these are bigger than they've ever been because of the storm. You can see how the storm basically just cleaved the edge off here. And you know, there's a lot of plants there, and it's changed the nature of it, but you know, we're embracing it. I do like this. I love these coral bark Japanese maples. There's one kind of nested in here. It's gonna be really beautiful. I'm excited about this. There's one over there, but the larger one is here. And this is climbing hydrangea. You can see it's already starting to make its way up this wall. I think it's going to be really incredible over the next couple of years. These red twig dogwoods are really starting to flourish. There's actually another one right over there. Great native, great winter interest. I love seeing them come back to life. Some native honeysuckle, it looks like, starting to come to life. Right. Oh, what do we got here? Yeah, you just kind of see the life popping up everywhere. Spring's so exciting. One of the funny things about gardening is just kind of learning where things work and where don't work. This poor holly, I think I moved it 3 times, but I think it's finally found a great spot. I think it's going to do really nice, here, and I hope it gets really large. This is a Japanese maple variety called Orion. See it just starting to come to life. So a nice placement right alongside the path. I think my wife, the crystal fairy, may have been through here. Let's take a little shot of this. It's hard to see, but just about there is some honeysuckle. See another one there. And I'm really hoping they'll start to thrive, and I have a dream of them kind of filling that shelf and then kind of cascading over down to the area below. We shall see if it works like I have in my mind. Okay. This is one of the more interesting areas. So you can see that basically Helene, if you do the property like I do, has basically ripped that right side out. And there used to be soil through there, and there was soil all over the roots of this tree, which I don't think has much chance of surviving now. And even these huge rocks here, they weren't here before. I tried to move these with 3 of the people helping me the other day, and we couldn't even move them an inch. So that rock I'm now embracing as a permanent fixture in that location. You know, all these different rocks change the way the water flows through the stream, and there's a chaos but also a beauty to it. Sometimes I like to shift things around and kind of control it a bit, and this will not be one of those days. So we come up through here. I always love seeing the little fairy houses. So this is a Japanese maple called La Tigra, and apparently it is quite rare. I wish I was smart enough to say I knew that on my own, but I watched some other Japanese maple nerds freak out when they saw it, and I was shopping at Mr. Maple and was lucky enough to get one too. So you can see this guy's just starting to come to life. Another Japanese maple just starting to come to life. If you're noticing that a lot of them have tags on them and you're wondering why do they have tags on it, that doesn't look very nice. It's because I'm actually going to put professional tags and labels on these, and I just leaving those tags on until I have time to do them this summer. So knockout, box rose, I believe. You can see how much damage that the water just kind of cleaved off the side over there. One last little glimpse of this roses before they lantern rose, I believe it is, before they disappear. This one's really thriving here. Beautiful. Love this spot. I call it Mom's Bench. Has one of the most beautiful views on the property. The water is really particularly lovely here as well. The sound of it, I mean, to be clear. There used to be an amazing maple here called the Golden Falls. I loved it. It was one of my favorite on the property. And Helene kindly removed that for me. It was quite lovely here and just boom, gone, washed out. Another nice cast iron down there. I will never tire of ferns. I think ferns are just so cool, and I really look forward to a day when these continue to spread. I'd love to see nice, big, dense, thick sections of ferns covering the property. I'll do everything I can to encourage that behavior. We will see what happens. Now, what do we got here? The weather's nicer. Maybe my fairy friends will come out. Not again. My wife always summoning them with her crystals. Beautiful that is. This is a redbud I put in last year. I love these things, so cool. It's a dwarf variety. Should get just around a nice size that kind of fills in here along the side of the path. They're not too big. Crazy amount of debris had to be cleared out of Legacy Falls here. Storm really got this section pretty bad. Another coral bark maple here. This is Sir Damon. Another Japanese maple variety. They are all over the place. Yes, I openly admit I may have a Japanese maple problem. Off the trail here now. This is Shishigashira. Love how fine the leaves are. It's very fun. It's more the ferns emerging. All starting to come to life. So the path to the house is on the left. So got a big pile of debris here, unfortunately, but we're gonna get that cleaned up over the next month or so. So what I wanted to show again was the damage up here. You can see where that used to be kind of, the water used to be kind of flush, or the mud used to be flush to the top of that pipe. You can see basically where that's collapsed in on itself. So a lot of the water that powers the waterfall comes in from up here. But we did put some nice new steps up here. So this was a newer part of the property we opened up last year, and it was a little too treacherous for people. Let's call it the mom test again. It failed the mom test. The moms would not be able to get down, and I've since put enough steps in now that anyone can get up. Anyone can get up the trail now. So this is Mert's Magical Mystery Marsh. Well, it may not look like much right now. It gets really, really, really cool in the summer when everything starts to kick off in here. There's the master of the forest himself. Those eyes glow at night time just to be extra creepy on a side note. See all this Pachysandra trying to push through here. I need to get over here with the blower and start exposing everything. Flowers. So that's it. You've got the first spring tour of Fairy Falls. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed sharing it. It was fun to go look at all the little details with some friends, and I can't wait to chat with you on YouTube, or if you're a good buddy of mine, I look forward to seeing you on the property this year. Take care.